Once again, members of DSU's Raging Red performed on behalf of suicide prevention. Their music is meant to inspire and offer hope among those who may be struggling.
They have performed with us in years past for Suicide Prevention Week because they have a huge investment as well in student mental health.
I think it's important because in today's society, you never know when it's going to come up. You never know who may be struggling, and if someone comes to you and they're having a hard time and you don't know what to do, it could cause more problems and it could be detrimental to someone's health.
The Booth Wellness Center focused on training how to recognize warning signs and what to do about them.
Warning signs could be any major change in life circumstance. Even moving to college could be a major change in life circumstance. Other warning signs could be direct verbal or indirect verbal warning signs. And then we have several types of behavioral warning signs such as isolation, change in appearance, various things like that.
Students came to learn what QPR is and how to ask the tough question, are you thinking of suicide or taking your own life?
It is one of the most important things when we do the QPR model is that individuals ask another person if they are considering death by suicide or if they're considering killing themselves. Because if we don't ask, we won't know. And so we have to ask the question, and it is really difficult to ask the question, not because the person on the receiving end of the question is going to be angry or become suicidal by us asking the question. It's because we feel uncomfortable. We feel nervous about asking someone because if they say they are suicidal, that's a lot of responsibility that we feel like we're holding. But that is the awesome part of QPR training, is we are going to help you recognize the warning signs and then be able to ask the question, persuade someone to stay alive, persuade someone to get help, offer them hope, and then refer them to a resource.
During the training, students learn to keep lethal means away from that person and to guide them to help.
I'm friends with lots of young adults who, right now is a hard time in life with just so much changing, so it's just always, I think, a good skill to have.
And the resource for that help is right here on campus at the Booth Wellness Center, which is free to students.
Yeah, we offer individual therapy. We offer various workshops that are short-term workshops focused on depression and anxiety. We offer longer-term groups. We also offer crisis appointments where students can walk into our office if they're in immediate distress and see a therapist. However, if a person is entertaining the idea but they're not under immediate threat, that is where we would, if we're available, come to our office. If it's in the community, get connected to another community provider for a crisis appointment, and then they'll have a mental health professional be able to assess whether or not they need to be taken to the hospital for their own safety for a while, or they're able to create a safety plan to be able to go home.
And if the need is urgent, it's best to call 911. Dally says it's up to all of us to reach out and help. From Dixie State University, Melissa Anderson, Community Education News.